Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Before I Forget podcast, the one and only show on the entirety of the internet. I didn't say that right, but
With
we're going to roll with it.
the only show on the internet with this guy.
That's true. And this guy.
For
Wait,
now.
no. I have another show, Drawing with Uff. You have yet to make a show,
I guess that technically counts. Dude, once
technically.
if I ever get a GoPro or something, I'll do some fucking cooking shows.
Cooking shows.
Cooking shows.
You're going to reveal your identity.
No, I'm just gonna show my fucking stomach and penis.
Then
while,
they'll know
looking
you're
down at the
white.
food. They know I'm white.
They know I'm
Trust
white.
me.
I've shown my hand.
I'm white as fuck, boy.
The elephant in the room is Cage and I were chatting a little bit before. So the upload schedule kind of got screwed over because
A bit.
a bit. It was a day late, the video yesterday.
Well, there was also the one that I just skipped, and so you did the drawing with us.
That's true. I was busy that day with some rehearsals, and Cage wasn't around, so I just threw that up. But yesterday, because this is a Saturday, we're recording this Sun. It's literally
Okay.
37
Half an
minutes
hour
from
to Sunday.
Yeah. But Thursday I try to put up the video. This doesn't work at all. It gets stuck at around 30%. Nothing works. I'm trying to re-upload it, and I do it at different times of the day. It just doesn't work. And I say, you know what? It's late at night. Screw it. I'm just going to put it up tomorrow. So I go to work. I come back. Try to throw it up. Cage isn't around by this time. And guess what? It's still doing the same thing. So what I had to do to get the video out is put it onto an external hard drive, plug that in, and then upload from the external hard drive. Now, I don't know if this is a
Bug?
side effect of owning an OCZ hard drive, because
Do you have an OCZ hard drive?
I do.
Oh man, that's mine that shat itself.
So,
Is it the same one that I had that broke?
It's an OCZ Vertex.
Is it an SSD or an HDD?
It's an SSD.
Oh man,
Yep.
good old
So,
OCZ SSDs.
So once Cage leaves
better
the
back
show,
up your shit.
once Cage leaves the show forever because his computer explodes, his laptop, soon I will leave the show forever because my computer's gonna blow up.
Hopefully, it doesn't burn down the house.
But yeah, we thought it would be good to address that right away. But upload schedule is still the same as usual every Sunday and Thursday.
Sunday
Nothing's
and
gonna
Thursday.
change now that I know to
Yep.
put all the videos on an external hard drive. But Cage, you want to talk about some stuff?
So I'm sure I've fucking mentioned this like a dozen times by now, but I play a lot of League of Legends.
This is
I hate
factual,
everyone in the game, but I can't stop myself from playing it.
except for the Nautilus that called you a certain name.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, but also very racist. So, in League of Legends, for a very long time, they had runes and masteries, and then now they've changed it so those are basically one thing, and they just call them runes, even though they're more like masteries, and they limit the amount of pages you can have to the amount of rune pages you used to have, and fucking all of these things are unbalanced because they're brand new. They ran them through testing for I don't even know how long. I don't remember, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but they never fucking, they might as well not have a public test place because fucking they don't do anything with it.
I've only played one game with him. I didn't like him because right off the bat I knew that the one I picked kind of sucked. And
Did you do one of the random pages or did you make one?
I made one. I tailored it to the certain champ I was playing, and for those of you who play League, I apologize in advance because I don't know the names of any of them. Because again, I've only played one game. I've been
I
pretty
call
busy.
them the yellow, the red, purple, green, and blue ones. So
Yeah, the sorcery one. One of
or-
the keystones per se, as are they called
they're called
keystones?
keystones.
Okay, one
The
of the
main,
keystones, arcane comet, I think it's called.
yeah.
Fuck that. I hate it. I got killed by it twice in one game as a tank, and it seems to scale based on your level. I don't know if
30 to
that's true.
100 based on level, plus point 0.2 AP and 0.35 bonus AD. Cooldown 20 to 8 seconds.
Yeah, 20 to 8 seconds, right? I'm sitting there, I get hit by an ability. Next thing I know, this 200 damage sphere
You're
comes.
also you're also playing ARAM, so there's multiple people with this thing hitting you
Yeah,
with this thing some more.
and it's just there was nothing like it before, and you can't really die. It's like a Zerathal from a scripter that just goes right on top of you,
You
unless
can't dodge it.
you can't.
You can.
You
Like it,
can't.
it comes down. All you have to do is like dash out of the way or flash out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna flash out of the way for an
Yeah,
ability that's on an 8-second
flash.
cooldown.
I mean, you said it killed you, so
It did. It
that's
was,
what you flash for.
but no, that's my biggest complaint. The other thing is I just don't know. Apparently, the new Thunderlords is just a white lightning bolt with a red background.
It's pretty good.
But I need to test it more. I can't say too much about it from my personal experience right now. Eh, I'm not too big of a fan of it. What's your opinion?
So far, I've had very mixed results from these room pages. I mean, that's to be expected. You know, they're all new. Everyone's mixing and matching and trying different things.
Yeah.
It's been a bit more fun recently because not everyone's like a meta slave so far. There's no like you have to absolutely take this yet.
Just wait till fucking Arcane Comet
I
becomes
mean,
standard.
there's a bit of a meta already. So like, there's a little animal thing that comes out with the fucking sorcery tree that's better than Comet. Not because it does more damage, but because it's got a lower cooldown and
Oh, so it's 2
comparable
seconds
damage.
instead of 8.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that. But there's one that makes you move faster after you channel it, and it works for like 15 seconds. It's fucking like a 3 minute cooldown. It's not really very good.
I read one post about so for
On the
those of
League
you,
subreddit,
yeah, for those of you who play League, I am a dirty Trendemir slave. I love that dude. That's pretty much all I play in ranked.
he used to play a fucking Shitmaster Yi. He used to be fucking
eh,
Cowsep over here.
he used to be Master Yi, got nerfed to the ground, totally useless now. If you still play Master Yi, good on you, cause he sucks. But dirty Trendemir slave, I am. Dominate in every single. I feel like Doctor Disrespect, and I know you don't like him.
No, I like him all right. I don't. I think the character is a little much,
Yeah,
but he can be entertaining if
I've
watched in small doses.
in small doses. Yeah, I saw him on the H3 podcast. I liked him there. I thought he was funny. But going back to League, Dirty Trendemir slave. I read a post that said resolve tree and precision. Is it called?
Precision, yeah.
Yeah,
I
resolve
would
and
probably start
precision
with
Trin
precision.
cannot die.
So
And I have yet
what's your
to put
take?
this to the test myself, but I've seen games. There's one thing in particular that says when you're under 40% health, you get X amount bonus healing, scales per level, and I don't think it's takedowns. That's the extra lifesteal. But
There's
there's
tenacity.
a little, yeah, there's that in there. There's a little fine print at the bottom that says if you're under 10%, the healing is like quadrupled or something like that. So your Q, as Tren,
There's heals and shields are 5% stronger, and increased by additional 10% on targets below 40% health.
Well,
So that's 15% if you're below 40.
I was watching GGG, Good Guy Gary. Those of you out there who watch him on Twitch, he's playing Trin. He gets down to around 100 health. He presses Q. He's got
And he's
max
full health?
fury,
Was
and
he
he gets full health. And he's level 18. He's got some health. He's like 1800 health or something
Does his
high
Q
up, not
heal a
insane.
flat or percentage of missing health?
Q heals based on
It's
your
been a long
AP.
time since I've played.
So Q heals based on your AP. He was an AP. It heals a flat amount plus your AP. 90% scale. Don't quote me on that. I don't like playing AP Trin. But there are some champs, as every Riot patch comes out, there are some things they're pretty good. They're
They just
balanced.
fucking, yeah.
And then there are some things
Sometimes
that
it's
are
like
just
they don't know
absolute
what they're
garbage.
doing.
Yeah. They more often than not I see that they don't know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
a lot. Because they like their balance group is pretty diverse, but it's like some of the things they do, it seems like it would only affect like a certain elo. So like or a certain ranking because they don't technically do elo anymore. They have MR and shit, but that's whatever. So like trying to think of a recent one. Ardent Sensor was just a fucking shit show.
That was garbage.
Every game, everyone had to take Ardent Sensor or else
You
they're
lost.
fucked. Yeah. It's like fucking that's it. Fucking GG. And then so they nerfed it, changed it to give extra lifesteal, realized that was a fucking mistake, and then nerfed it again. And it's like, what are you doing? Who's playing these matches to decide what gets nerfed? It's like the community is in an uproar about this shit. Everyone everywhere is saying, "Holy shit, this is cancer." What are you doing, man? It's like they're all playing Overwatch instead or something. I don't know.
mean,
Is Overwatch still big?
it's bigger than League actually. Overwatch has overtaken League in terms of capital, money. Not necessarily viewers.
Yeah, but they have the loot boxes that people buy, and in League
I don't
people
play
just buy.
Overwatch.
League has changed recently to make people buy more shit, because they want more money. Because fuck the consumer, they just want the cash, as most businesses do.
I haven't spent a cent in League, as I've said before. I
I've
probably never
spent
will.
probably about 200, 300
That's what
bucks.
you said. Yeah. And
Zero spent like a fucking grand, and he never plays it
are
now.
you kidding me?
Dude, he spent so much money on fucking random skins. He just kept doing the mystery skin thing over and over.
The thing I like about League, one, it's not balanced 100% of the time, but you're not gonna get bullshitted by a certain champ every single game based
Unless
on
it's
other
fucking
elements.
last season's Jan with Ardent Sensor.
Oh gosh.
In which case, yeah, you are gonna get fucked every single game
Okay.
by one champ.
Maybe that. And there have been other instances where it's just you
Yeah.
pick a meta champ and you're done, right? You win the game. Or the enemy team picks a meta champ, then your team is done. But
Or you pick an off meta champ and you just straight lose the game for your team, and they're like, "Fuck this guy, fucking report please. He picked off meta."
dude,
It's like, man, support Scion has the highest win rate, man. It's not my fault.
but the thing I like so much about League is, yeah, I hate all the people inside it, and I think
Yeah,
nobody has any brain cells on League. I'll tell you that right now.
I
But
hate everyone playing League. My friends, my enemies, fucking people I've never met before.
For people who
Hated him.
don't play that much, I get it, right? They
Yeah,
don't understand
yeah,
the new champs. League gets changed so often that if you're not playing it like every week, you're gonna fall behind. And
yeah,
I totally get that.
definitely. If you're building
But
like fucking last month's shit, you just get fucked.
if if you're in a
If
ranked
there were
game,
5 of me on the team, I would hate myself. Like, even more than I do now. I just be like, man, I wouldn't do that. It's like, bitch, I'm you. It's like, oh man.
that was a
I'd
funny image
call
in my head.
myself on a lot more of my shit too.
But the besides being a slave to the meta and the newer people on League,
Yeah.
it's relatively balanced. And as far as patchwork goes, I'd say they're getting better at rolling out new changes. Like Kane. Holy crap. Kane was the most balanced champ I have ever seen
It's
get
only
released.
balanced because no one plays him.
He was so balanced. He wasn't OP. He never
His
was OP.
his fucking he can one shot you from like
So but so
he
can
just goes
Trent.
through the wall, one
That's
shots you, leaves, no risk to him.
yeah. But
Heal up his entire health bar from 2 attacks.
who was it? Callista. Callista was fantastic, and everybody was playing her when she got released. Then they said, "Oh, bye bye this," and now she sucks. Probably the worst
I
ADC
mean,
out there.
Callista's still
I apologize for Cage's internet right now. He's turning into a robot. You might
Yeah,
want to repeat that.
apologies. I have seen it covered before.
We're gonna take a slight break, alright? It's gonna be
Yeah.
no time to you, but it'll be a
What's
little
the
time to.
song? Auto-tune. I'll sing it real quick.
We'll be right back. Alright, guys, welcome back. We switched over to TeamSpeak. Cage
Are
sounds
you
better.
even recording TeamSpeak now, or is it? What are you
I'm just
recording? How's
recording
that?
my desktop audio. This is how I do it.
Okay, so
We're talking about Riot releasing balanced champ Kane. Nobody ever plays him.
he wasn't super balanced, but
Yeah.
fucking
What fucking?
Ornn is the one I was gonna use as an
The
example.
porn? Oh,
Porn, yeah, BORNN.
what about porn?
Fucking. So he came out,
Yeah.
sucked ass. He could buy from the lane, and that was his whole thing.
Yeah.
Everything else is the clunkiest, hardest shit to fucking do anything
You're
with.
talking about clunky? New Warwick. Holy crap, that was bad.
Yeah, it's fucking Q is fucking janky as fuck. I'm gonna say fuck a lot, by the way. This is something that really presses my fuck button, and I don't mean my asshole, okay? So, like,
There are two things that trigger Cage. League and his little brother.
I'm so glad my little brother quit playing League. I don't know if I could have fucking dealt with that combined shit.
Did you have to play with him?
I played with him a couple times. He played Kha'Zix.
Like only Kazakhs?
Yeah. But I mean, he played like, what, 3-4 levels? So he played like 10 games tops. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Porn. Okay. So, my man Ornn comes out, he's ass. Fucking total dick. Fucking super shit, you know?
Yeah.
Then, Riot's like, oh man, this guy's fucking ass. Let's buff him a bunch. And now, like 4 or 5 patches later, he's fucking ridiculously OP.
He's super tank. He can't die.
And then, once they realize, man, we didn't really think this buying from lane thing through, and then they nerf that, he's gonna be fucking. He might as well
Trash.
be removed from the game. He's
There's
gonna
no
get played. What's the least played champ in the game?
Azir.
I don't think so. I see his ears a lot.
I mean, didn't Azir used to have the low win rate?
Probably. I don't know. I closed my league, so I can't even see if Aatrox probably. I don't know.
Aatrox is really bad. Aatrox was good, and then they go, you know what? We need to release some new stuff for Aatrox. Nobody really touches him anymore, and they nerfed him. An already bad champ, they nerfed.
I don't know, man. They changed his blood well so he can get it up easier.
Well, there's a subreddit. I think it's a subreddit, or it's just a group of people posting on the league subreddit, talking about how they're Aatrox mains, and they hated the new changes. They just absolutely hated them, and they've been up in arms about it ever since, because Riot basically ruined their champ. And I could say the same for Master Yi, since that's all I used to play. But you have a chance, albeit it's not a good chance, but you don't get just destroyed immediately and not do any damage.
You have a very small window between level 6 and 11 to win the game.
Yeah. Somebody when it comes to well thought out champs, I know Riot didn't do this on purpose. Gangplank. I love Gangplank because you need to be really, really good in lane in order to stomp. But if you do alright in lane, you're worth something, but you're not going to stomp. And Gangplank loses against everybody in lane, right? So if you have the skill, like Tobito,
he used to lose against everyone in lane.
He used to, and that's why he's switching champs.
And then they have the new runes.
Oh.
And now Gangplank takes Kleptomancy.
What the heck is that?
If you use an ability, your next auto attack against the champion, assuming you don't auto a minion first, gives you 5 gold or a fucking free consumable.
And I take it that his Q.
It's broken as fuck, and his Q counts. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are you thinking, Ryan? What are you thinking? I don't know. I take it it's really fun, the new runes.
They're right.
As far as me playing a tank and going into the game and just getting stomped.
If games would last longer, the game's really snowbally right now. So games are lasting like 20-25 minutes tops.
Really?
They have a lot of really big scaling things that I think could be really cancerous to play against, like post 40 minutes on like big tanks and shit. But like, man,
I'm seeing a lot of favoring for certain ADCs, right? Like it used to be you pick Caitlyn or the other one. But it was Tristana, right? And it was you pick these two, and if you don't, you lose. And then they say, okay, I'm being the brain of Riot headquarters. They say, okay, these two are in meta right now. We need to nerf them because we need to make all the champs fair. So they ruined Caitlyn. I don't exactly remember how they ruined Caitlyn, but she's not too viable anymore. You can still play her. And they nerfed Tristana, I'd say, but they didn't nerf her like Caitlyn. And by doing that, yes, they did make the ADC pool more viable to all the champs. They ruin champs though. They absolutely ruin them. Don't think about it, and then they don't listen to the community or watch any games from other people outside of Riot Games playing these champs. Because all you need to do is go on Twitch, click League, go to a random streamer. I bet you they will have 20 complaints that literally everybody shares. And they don't address them. Riot, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. And I hate your game. Your game sucks.
I just hate him, dude.
So
like, thanks for the game, but fuck you, The, oh, I have another drink here that I thought I didn't have. So the client is just straight garbage. Like, breaks fucking almost hourly, completely fucking almost to the point of unusability. Fucking the new runes didn't exactly fix you anything. It just made additional problems.
The new client was a bad idea. They and
No, they
this
needed a new client. I mean, the old one was functional, but
Yeah.
it looked ancient.
it looked really bad.
They
I like
just
the look of
needed
the
a
new one.
better client.
If they just overhauled the look of the old client, it'd be fine. The problem was they put out the new client beta, and I totally get that. People want to try it out and they say, "Hey, I like this. I want to stick with it." People try it out, they say, "Hey, I don't like this." They go back to the legacy.
People try it out, everyone hates it and goes back to the old one. Hey, we're taking out the old one now.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
you.
the new client is broken, right? It doesn't
New
work.
client has been broken forever.
Yes. It's been broken. It's still broken. Is it as broken as it was when it was first released? No. But does it still have its problems? Yeah. Did the old client? Not really. The old client was
I mean, it had some.
that's why I say not really. It wasn't spotless,
Oh,
but
fuck,
it was
dude.
spotless compared to the new client.
Last patch, Riot's like, hey, you know that fucking play again game that invites everyone into your lobby that you
Oh
played with again
gosh.
for the next thing? They took that. They said, hey, yeah, now it just fucking does the same. They say it does like the same shit. Like, oh, it adds everyone into the game into the fucking next lobby. But it doesn't. It fucking, you click play again and you have to then manually invite everyone else again
Yeah.
because it doesn't fucking work. Like, it
Is
was
that
fine. It was working just fine. And they're like, hey, fuck you guys. We're going to change this because we can.
and I understand why they do that in case, you just want to play by yourself and other people have to go. But if other people have to go, can't they just hit decline? Or I'm 13 apparently. Can't you just hit play at the very start until everybody gets in? Cuz then you're not hurting the people who would like the old feature in, and you're not hurting the people who would like it the quote unquote new way. They don't think things through. They really don't.
At all.
Let's talk about the good things.
Next topic.
And next topic. Man, Riot, fix your shit. Just listen to the
Yeah,
community.
dude, fucking League can be fun. Just, not for me. I feel like I'm fucking an addict, like a heroin addict, forever chasing that, like, first high. Like, I had fun when I first started playing League.
Yeah.
And now it's like, man, this whole thing is ass, but I had fun once. Maybe I can do it again.
You're
And
addicted to it
I
though.
can't really.
So, what's the most fun thing for you in League, would you say? Because you don't like normal.
It's completely unbalanced, and I don't like it. But fucking tanks and how they do more damage than carries and also don't die ever. It's like fucking. What are they thinking? I can build complete fucking full armor and just walk through and beat the shit out of people until they die. And it doesn't take long.
All right. I'm gonna tell you the audience. I'm gonna tell the audience the story of my mains. Started off with Olaf, right? Started off with Olaf. I went full tank. I just dominated, and then I realized, hey, I can mix some damage in there. Dominated even more. Switched over to Master Yi. He got nerfed. He sucks. Cage, for as long as I know, has been a slave to the Scion God, and he
I
goes.
wouldn't call myself a slave. I have other champions that I play.
Yeah,
I
he
haven't
has
played
other
Scion
champions
in
that he
like 3
plays.
patches.
But if there's a Scion, we play mainly ARAMs, right? Because
Yeah.
Cage doesn't particularly like normals. I like 'em.
ARAMs are like the fun parts of League.
It's
You
fast
get the
paced.
team fighting. You don't got to worry about your jungler being total
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about fucking the whole enemy team ganking your lane fucking pre-6 just because, fuck it, hey, let's go do this. And the rest of your team not like pinging people they're missing. The rest of your team freezing the lane when
Are
there's
you,
fucking no one near. Holy shit, fucking learn to play.
when you play with a team of 5 who knows what I wouldn't say plays well, but just knows what they're doing, it's more fun, right? And I totally understand what you mean by some people are idiots in normals. I would say I like normals more than ARAMs, but the reason I like that is because I kind of like the more longer stretched out games. When we have an ARAM that lasts like 40 minutes, oh yeah, I'm into that and I love that. ARAMs,
I'm not really so much into the super long ARAM games. Like I can appreciate the super long normal games because of like
yeah,
the objectives and respawning and shit. In ARAMs, it's like you have like four things. You got your first two towers, your inhib, the base towers, and the nexus. And only one of those things respawns, and it takes fucking several minutes, and the whole rest of the time, you're not playing to win, you're playing to not lose.
the the thing I like about an ARAM, sometimes I like it when it's fast paced so I can get out of the game. Cause holy crap, some people
Yeah.
don't know how to play. If you're stuck in a normal, you're basically stuck there for a guaranteed 35 minutes. If you're lucky. But in ARAM, you get in, you get out, new game, it's fast paced. I like the progression. You start with nothing, you build up to an absolute monster.
That's
Or you
that's
just
every
suck.
game.
If you're playing Scion. The other thing I don't like about ARAMs is you just get shit rolls sometimes. It's a really good feeling.
Yeah, that
when
is
you
annoying.
It's a really good, really good feeling when you get that nice roll of your main or just someone who's dominates.
I got to play Urgot for the first time yesterday since the rework.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we won.
You
Thanks
won.
in large part to me because fucking obviously, Like I'm not what I would call a good player.
No.
However, holy shit, is everyone else the worst player I've ever seen? Like almost constantly. I'm like top of the damage charts, top of the damage taken charts. I'm like the only person doing anything, and it's like how? Like I'm not good. Why is everyone else worse than me?
I wouldn't say that you're bad, right? We I don't know as many of the mechanics as you, but I would put ourselves on similar levels, right?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
there are some people who are
We're like average. We're like
yeah,
mid to high silver average player base. That's where
yeah.
most of the people are. How
And
the
I
fuck is everyone worse?
and I think a lot of the people who play and play and play and they get better, they're doing ranked, right? They're not doing normals, they're not doing ARAMs, and that's what we normally do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that pool of people who do ARAMs in particular keeps cycling. So those people, there are some people in this pool who stay there, like us, and they just keep playing. But I feel like
Like
some of
I've
those,
played like plats and diamonds in ARAM, and it's
yeah.
just like, dude, did you buy your account? What the fuck?
But there are some people, or no, the pool. The pool keeps cycling. The people who get tired of it, they move on to the rank. They get
Yeah,
better at
yeah.
the game, and then new people come in, and then they play ARAMs, and they suck. And I just feel like it just stays like that, and it's very aggravating. It's awful. Is it worse than ranks? Oh, of course not. Ranks,
Dude, if I
crappy
if I
person.
ever got into rank, like actually got into it, and not just let Carol talk me into it 10 games to get my placements, like I would just I get so fucking tilted.
Dude, I should
Like
kill myself. It's awful.
in fucking normal games, I get tilted enough because no one's like, what's the point of playing if you don't play to win? Ranked, oh my god, people are like trying out random shit. Like, oh hey, this is my first time fucking Cho'Gath bot lane ADC. It's like, dude, fucking don't play that then. Fucking pick something
That's
else.
what normals are for.
Pick some easy shit. Pick some fucking casual Caitlyn.
That's in a ranked, you're playing to win, right? That's the point of ranked. It's
Yeah.
competition. In
Dude,
normals,
fucking play Annie. Dude, you
in
just have to
normals
fucking hit one
and
button.
ARAM, it's not competition. That's how I see it.
I still get mad, but I don't
You
get
get
as
mad.
mad.
Yeah. And I like playing ranked occasionally because a little competition every now and then. It's good. It's good for the soul. Not in league, fuck league. But just playing those rando off meta things, not stuff.
Off meta stings.
Stings, the lead singer of The Police. Is that right?
The polices, because it's stings plural.
But playing things like that in a normal, I don't get tilted if they suck, because I very well know that they're going to suck. If they're good, I'm surprised.
Funny story from basically just yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to OJ, great guy, fantastic. He's listening right now. So in the last like 2 or 3 games I've played with him, someone on the team has asked if he's mentally disabled. Because he's never played the person, or like he'll flash the wrong way because his fingers got moved over one, or he'll shoot in the wrong direction or something. Something that happens to everyone. It just happens to happen to OJ a little more often because he's usually drunk. Or he's like distracted talking to his wife or something.
Yeah.
But like people are like, yo, is this guy fucking disabled? It's like, man, dude, fucking ease up a little, he's just a guy.
The thing about OJ is he doesn't play that often, right?
Yeah.
And I totally understand that. And he's getting more into it.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's fucking looking at builds now. He's building shit. He's fucking he's figuring out what goes where.
He's figuring out.
He's figuring it out,
Huh.
I didn't say that, but yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
That's what I heard. And,
well, maybe you need to get your mind out of the gutter, you fucking perv.
No, you're the perv.
That's not untrue.
But the league, it needs some work. As much as I hate it, I'm gonna keep playing it, right?
Yeah, for all that I shit on League, I'm still fucking addicted to it.
And I wouldn't say it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. It's a fantastic game, right? At the time of its creation, it did something that no other game did. There are
3 other games had done that. 3 other games had done what League did when League did it.
Nah, Dota 2 was out before.
There's Dota 2, which was pre-League.
Yeah.
There's Heroes of New Earth, which was pre-League.
Dota 2 is just different.
It's a little different, yeah.
I wouldn't.
And then, fucking after League's success, in comes Smite with its like over-the-shoulderness. And then, holy shit, the fucking place was swarmed with MOBAs. There's fucking there's Strife. There's Paragon's a new one. There's
You wanted to try that out.
I've given it a try. Very, very poorly optimized so far, but it's in its beta stages, so I'll give it a little pass. Very, very unoptimized. Everything looks pixelated and blurry as fuck. But I mean, it's like
you start playing it in the beta, and then you get super good at it, and next thing you know, you're winning $10 billion in esports.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
I'm pretty sure no one has ever won $10 billion in esports.
I mean, Faker's probably made $10 billion off of all the merch sales he's doing.
I mean, he's probably made it at like a couple mil, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Dude's insane. But that's a different topic. I'm not too into.
But yeah, Faker is basically like who's a really famous football player that like
Aaron Rodgers.
Everyone knows he's like the face of football.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, he's what, Packers?
He's the Packers quarterback.
Packers quarterback. So Brett Favre too. Fucking Brett Favre is the only other football player I know, by the way, aside from like Michael Vick. I mean, I guess
of these people.
I know. I've heard their names mentioned before.
Yeah, I get that.
But Peyton Manning, He's the guy that had like the underwear on his head in the picture where he's looking over his shoulder. Yeah. Is that Peyton Manning or is that Eli Manning?
Dude, I don't know the difference between the two. They're both girl names.
It's not very nice.
I wouldn't say they're girl names.
I don't think I've ever met a girl named Eli. Because
Ellie.
it's short for like Elijah, isn't it?
Ellie.
Ellie? That's fucking Elliot. That's like a fucking
Elliot Tubman. That's not even close. Okay.
like Harriet Tubman. Is that where that came
That's
from?
what I meant to
What
say.
the fuck?
Okay, continue. My bad.
Man, I don't fucking know where I was going now.
Dude, I don't know either. You want to end it off? We're at 45 minutes.
Holy shit, we're at 45 minutes? Man, we just talked about League for 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh, we did. I didn't even realize that.
Are we at 45 minutes or are we at 45 minutes aside from the fucking 5-minute pause while we waited for my internet to fix itself?
We're at 47:30 right now.
Alright, yes, that's close enough, I'd say. It's at least 40 minutes.
I don't want to stretch the league
Do you not have a thing that you were going to talk about?
I forgot.
Or was that, yeah, fucking... That's why we called it that.
Yeah. Oh, I set up my fish tank.
Oh. Yeah,
And
is
it
it working
leaks.
now? It leaks? I thought you tested it for leaks.
Well, the rim at the top leaks, so I can drain it a little bit, put new silicone on it, let it sit for like a day, and then it's good. That's about the only thing I had on it. That's the sound of the bubbler in the background.
I can't hear it.
I know you can't. But with this ultra high HD 1080 8K, I saw an 8K TV the other day. Holy crap!
8K.
8K. It's from Foxconn. You know Foxconn, right? The Chinese company that literally builds everything in America tech-wise.
No, I don't know anything anywhere. Dude, I get lost in a place I've been my whole life. How the fuck do I know, like, electronics companies when I go to the store, like, twice?
Because
Also, I live in the middle of nowhere, and no one here is not, like... Here we have, like, Toshiba, and does Magnavox still make things? Magnavox was the last TV I know of.
I used to have a Magnavox for a computer monitor. Now I just have Acers. I like Acer. They're alright.
I've never had a Magnavox computer monitor.
It was a TV, and I just used it as a computer monitor just because, it was available. It was kind of crappy. The frame rate on it wasn't too high. I say frame rate, but I mean the other thing. It's late at night. It's Sunday, so it's good. This video is gonna go out today. But we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this off. This was productive. One topic. This is gonna be.
I got into rant mode, so you heard me talk more than normal, perhaps. I normally just let Uff talk because Uff can say his shit without so many fucking ums and stutters and shit. Because once I get going, I've got to not only keep track of what's going on in my head, but also what I'm saying, which is like 4 thoughts behind where I am, and then I'll have to like stop and restart and go back to where I was.
I don't think there's the one big cut that I have to make.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I'll be fine. But again, if you stuck through this whole thing just talking about League, 1, you're a nerd. 2, thank you very much.
Nerd. So we're gonna go play some League now.
We probably are. And I'm gonna try out the new masteries, and I'm gonna try that Gangplank thief klepto boy.
Kleptoplank.
I heard last thought. I heard a dad in the mall call his son Boy. He goes, "Son
Really?
Boy, he goes, "Son Boy, get over here." It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. That's probably not true. But again, thank you all so much for listening to the podcast. I've been Uff, that has been Cage, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Probably. Bye.